welcome to London. You've had a few months to settle in now. How have you been finding it?
No, all good to be honest. It's a new environment, so yeah, to get used to it. But I like it, I love it, and yeah, it's going well.
Here in the heart of Greenwich as well, it's pretty special to have this so close to the valley, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, like coming here sometimes for coffee and stuff is, yeah, it's good for some walks as well. I like it here, I love it.
And it's important, isn't it, I think, for players to not only enjoy the sort of football club they're working with, to gel with your teammates and so on, but to like the local area must be important as well.
Yeah, the area is important where you live, and yeah, a lot of boys living in the area as well, so it's easy to connect with them and to meet up with them as well. And
because you have been here a few months and we've spoken about good coffee places to go to, have you ticked off all the touristy things as well?
Not yet. Obviously, I knew London from when we had holidays in Belgium in Christmas time and New Year's. We always used to come to London to visit and stuff, so like that's why I knew London as well. I mean, it's great, Greenwich is great, so like, yeah, unlimited of options here.
Yeah, and it was a really big deal for us to secure your services. You'd had obviously a really good spell at Luton, and how important was that sort of transition for you, leaving a club that obviously meant a lot to you to come to Charlton?
Yeah, it was not easy, but I mean, I spoke a couple of times to the manager, and he gave me like the spark back that I needed, like, yeah, after what happened in the summer, and he gave me the spark back that I wanted to play football again, and I wanted to be important in a team, and also the project. I mean, I think it's a club on the way up. It's a team on the way up. We've got some good players, some good talented boys as well. So like everything was positive about it.
I've heard a lot of players actually say that when Nathan has the opportunity to speak to you, I think for some people he's done presentations, for others it's been those conversations. You're smiling, did you get the presentation as well?
Yeah, I mean, within the players the presentation is quite famous. It became quite famous.
Did it?
Because when I first spoke to him, he's done the presentation. I must say it's impressive. He knew exactly, yeah, what I was as a goalie and what I should improve on, what he wanted me to do. So like that also gave me like a good feeling that he knows me and that he wants me. So yeah, it was impressive, to be honest.
And I imagine as well, I mean, you're coming up to nearly 500 career appearances, which is a fantastic achievement in itself. But as you say there, you want your spark, you continually want to involve and improve both personally and for the team. So when it came to looking at this season, Charlton making that step up, for you, were there any places where you really wanted to challenge and push yourself as a goalkeeper?
Yeah, obviously I came in with a little bit more experience in the group, and like it's still a young group, and maybe I should help in that way to make sure that they can do the next step and yeah, to become better as players and as persons. Myself, yeah, I knew it was going to be a challenge because he come on from League One, but I've got that sort of confidence about the group and about the manager and about the staff that they will lead us in a way that we will be successful.
Did you realise you were so close to 500? I feel like that might have caught me off guard a bit.
To be honest, I thought it was 400, to be honest. But, well,
I'm not the best at maths, but I've tallied them up and you're near 500.
Ah, amazing. How many do I need?
4. So Swansea
games
at home potentially could be the one.
Yeah, I've started early and I feel like I've been in football forever. But yeah, I'm proud about it, to be honest, because that's what you want, as many games as you want or as you can play. So yeah, I'm very proud about that.
And also for goalkeepers as well, to have that longevity is not easy. And is that going to be an opportunity for you perhaps to take a look back at your career, or are you one of those where you're always sort of focused on the next game?
It's a good point, because the older you get, like the more you get to enjoy the games. And like before, when I was younger, maybe I didn't really enjoy that much, or like I thought like, oh, there's always the next game, but like the older you get, like the more you think about, yeah, you should enjoy, you should make the best of it and the most of it. So yeah, that's why I became better at it as well. And yeah, hopefully 500 more, but that might be very ambitious. But yeah, I mean, longevity in a goalkeeper, I do think it's important.
I want to talk to you more about the art of goalkeeping, the goalkeeping unions. Let's go and we're in Greenwich, of course. There's plenty of places to sit and enjoy the coffee, so let's go and find somewhere. Thomas, I'm going to ask you the question that I think all goalkeepers hate to be asked. When you started playing football, did you always want to be a goalkeeper?
I started outfield, but then yeah, somehow I got in goal. and I liked it. So I remember my mum and dad saying to me like it's going to be a big responsibility because it's not the same as a football player. But yeah, I liked it, and since then I became good at it, and yeah, that's why I stayed a goalie.
Can you remember what age it was?
I think around 9, 10, 11, yeah. Because we tried different sports, my brother and I, basketball, volleyball, but yeah, football was the main thing for us, so that's what we wanted to do.
And being a goalkeeper as well, I think, of all the positions, I know football's so fast-paced and it evolves tactically and technically, but I think for goalkeepers as well, recently, there's just been such, I suppose, an evolution in the role that it's not just about keeping the ball out the net now, you're expected to be able to distribute really well. How have you experienced the role of goalkeeping change over those nearly 500 odd appearances?
Well, it definitely changed because obviously Manuel Neuer changed the role a little bit from the goalies, Alisson as well, and every manager, every team, every club, and they expect you to do the same and be good at every aspect of the game. Yeah, you can always learn, you can always evolve, and I think, yeah, for me, it was also a learning curve in the older I got. So, yeah, listen, it's part of the game now. So
I remember, I might misquote the person, it was Brian Clough, or a very, very famous football manager, once said the most two important people on a football pitch are the referee and the goalkeeper. And the point being, you see the whole field of play ahead of you. So in terms of your footballing brain and your leadership side as well, do you sometimes take responsibility in managing a 90-minute game at all, or how do you sense that?
yeah, because like you said, you see the whole pitch. You can dictate, and you can say what you see in front of you. You can communicate in a way that it can help your defenders and your players. So yeah, I do think it's important to do that as a goalkeeper and to take that responsibility as well. I do think that's a big part of the game.
What do you prefer, like a really, really good save, or perhaps like the goal recently, I think it was James's goal, where you've distributed the goal and it's set up? I mean, what's as satisfying to you?
I still pick the save, to be honest. I still pick the save because it's still goalkeeping. Yeah, it's keeping the ball out of the net, and like, yeah, you always see the perception of goalkeeper. He's a good shot stopper, but he can't distribute. But like, what weighs up to the other? Recently with Donnarumma, for example, I do think it's like he's won you the Champions League, and then yeah, because he can't distribute, I do think it's hard to believe in as a goalkeeper, because he's at that level. He's that good that he's one attribute that sticks out, that makes him the best in the world. So why change that?
Some have described it as quite a lonely position. Have you found that at times, or with the backup of like a goalkeeping union, is that where that plays a really important part? Because of course, teammates like Will, Ash, Hendo, they really understand that they've been in your position.
No, I've been quite lucky over the years, to be honest, with the goalkeeping groups I've been in. I can communicate with Ash, with Will and with Hendo after the game, or even during the game. In half time, I'll ask opinions, I'll ask questions, and I do think that's necessary in a group if you want to become better and if you want it to work. So like, I like that there's an open conversation, that everybody puts his opinion on the table, and yeah, you can only get better. It's not there to make you worse, it's there to make you better, and I do think it's important.
I feel like 2025 in particular has been the year of the clean sheet for Charlton. It's been such an emphasis since Nathan came in, and the amount that we've tallied up, and the second most amount of clean sheets in the Championship, only Coventry have one more. How have you found joining the club, that culture of keeping the ball out the net, how important it really is to our success?
I do think he values that a lot, but not only from the goalkeeper, but he sets up his team and he creates that togetherness that they really want to put their bodies on the line. And it impressed me, to be honest, like the way the players block shots, the way they defend, also tactically, the way we set up and how hard we are to break down. So yeah, I can only be happy with it.
And you must be happy with the start we've made to the season as well, particularly from that point of view of being up there with some really well-established football clubs at keeping those clean sheets, and letting that, I suppose, be the marker of where we want to evolve and improve as we find our feet at this level.
Yeah, definitely, 1,000,000%. And I, as I say, I think it's so important. And as a goalkeeper, you want them clean sheets, but I do think you achieve them as a group, as a team. If everybody's on board, like, especially in the Championship, you need like 11 players that are on the same page, and yeah, it's only like last season proved it. 25, 26 clean
Yeah,
sheets,
yeah.
amazing.
And in terms of the effort that goes into that, because it's not just turning up on a Saturday afternoon or a Tuesday evening, give us an insight into what training is like as a goalkeeper.
No, it's intense, and I had to get used to the way that Charlton works, Handel works. I had to get used to that way as well, and it's something different. In training, we do a lot of that clean sheet is so important. We do a lot of shape works, and again, it's like putting the bodies on the line, being in the right positioning, and working together as a group. And you can work together going forward, but also going backwards in the game. I think it's very important.
It's a really solid goalkeepers union we have at the club as well. You've mentioned the influence of Hendo, but Will and Ash as well, you seem to have such a strong working relationship, pushing, challenging, being supportive. How have you found that dynamic with the guys?
No, very good. And I think in as every goalkeeper, there's one spot and everybody wants to play, which is important. I do think it's in a way that we make each other better, and we support each other. And like I said, it's like I ask questions to Ash, I ask questions to Will. Should I have done that, or could I do this, or like it goes both ways. And I do think it's important. I do think I value their opinions as well, and as much as from Hendo as well. I do think it's important in a group of goalkeepers.
I get the impression that in quite a short space of time, Charlton has felt like a home to you, and the Valley a very happy home indeed. We're back there this Saturday against Sheffield Wednesday. After what's felt like a really long international break. I don't know why, it's the same length as any other one, but how excited are you to be back playing in front of the home supporters at the weekend?
Yeah, very excited. I remember Hendo saying to me like, "Oh, the Valley is a difficult place to go to," and I can see that, I can feel that as well. Like if the first game against Watford, you can feel that everybody's on the same page, everybody's behind the team, and it helps us as well if there's as many supporters as there can be. So yeah, it's always good to have the home support, and yeah, we want to give something back to them. They've been on a great journey so far, so we want to keep that going.
We always have so much going on Matchday. So this Saturday, for example, is Red, White and Black Day. It's a real celebration of diversity within our community. It's also the University of Greenwich Day, and we've got this incredible backdrop behind us. And I think it's quite timely, really, that Charlton as a football club has such partners and such good local support, because when we look at our opponents, Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, quite a tumultuous time they're going through. It feels like the club's in a really good, stable position. And how much do you appreciate that, being a player coming into a new football club?
Yeah, you can feel it's a stable club, and obviously Charlton in the past, they have had their issues like any other clubs, but yeah, like I said before, I think it's a club on the way up, and they want to improve in every way. They want to achieve. You've got an ambitious manager, like the crowd expects, which is perfect, which is fine, and that's proper football, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the players are sharing that ambition as well in terms of hard work. They want to do there's a lot of young players they want to achieve, and I can only support that.
We want the crowd to expect exactly that. It probably helps you as a player. When you're sort of stood in between the sticks with a packed out covered end behind you, what is that feeling like? Because you must feel that support and energy being so close to such a loud, supportive crowd.
Yeah, obviously it's funny that you say that, but like if I come back to the game of Watford, for example, I saw the crowd in front of me, and when that goal went in, I saw everybody jumping up, and that's amazing. I think that's what you do, especially 92nd winner or something, like amazing. Like the support that helps us, and yeah, that's why you play football.
Absolutely,
especially in big stadiums, and like the stadium is nice, it's good, and that's what you want.
Long may it continue. Lots of happy memories. Perhaps not always waiting that long for a winner. That's nice every now and then.
Yeah.
But Thomas, thank you so much for your time. I'm so glad that Charlton's feeling like such a home to you already.
Thank you very much.